अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Thank you, Swamiji, and thanks to everybody who's here today. And so, yesterday, for those who were not here yesterday, I made some notes from Swamiji's talk yesterday. So, briefly, for your benefit, just a few points that are important here. He talked about the general topic of Jiveshwara Aikyam. Finally, Bhagavad Gita is about Jiveshwara Aikyam, Mahavakyam, so Brahma Vidya. So that's the topic. And so he mentioned there are only two things in this world. What are the two things? Aham and Naham. So he quoted that Nirvana Shatkam. So Manobuddhi Hankara, Chittani Naham. Okay. And then he mentioned a couple of movie songs. Dekho, kya wo ped hai. So that's all. So Swamiji's point is this: if you find that sometimes the Sanskrit is too much, etc., don't worry, don't get scared. Let's be creative. We are all very creative people. There are some good movie songs also. We can get Swamiji's advice and maybe we can build a vocabulary of movie songs. And the movie songs also, these people, poets are not ordinary people. They are also Dirghadarshis. And so he quoted that from the movie Tare Zameen Par. And जो होता है वो दिखता नहीं है, जो दिखता है वो होता नहीं है. Okay, so this is how it is. Life is like that. And so that comes to me. And then he mentioned another song which I knew. Aji root kar hum kahan jayega. I think I don't know the right words, but wahan jayega, wahan paiyega, something like that. There is I remember that from old days. And
Aji
so
जहाँ जाइएगा हमें पाइएगा, अजी रूठ कर अब
जाइएगा, जहाँ जाइएगा हमें पाइएगा. That means it is the adhishtanam. So wherever you go, you will never miss the adhishtanam. The pot can never say that I'm leaving you, oh clay, I'm leaving you. It cannot say that. Wherever it goes, the clay will come. So that's what this song should. I would like to look at this song like this. Whatever it is in the movie, I couldn't care less. Care less. This is how it should be. In my class, this is how it should be.
Sure, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji.
And sorry to interrupt. Swamiji is a great singer, and his voice reminds me Puji Swamiji's voice. He is a great singer, and bhajans, and he sings very nicely. He was teaching bhajans for a while, and he stopped. His voice reminds me Puji Swamiji's voice exactly. Swamiji, today you have to sing something. That's my request.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Rukmini Swamiji. And so, like that, Swami had introduced some concepts, and aham asmi sada bhami, kadachin naham apriyaha, and then brahmaivaham atas siddham tachidananda lakshanam. So, atas siddham. So, Swami is talking about siddha vastu. This Atma is siddha vastu versus sadhya vastu. It is not something to be accomplished in time or space. It is not apyam. It is not, what is it? Janyam, it is not samskaryam, it is not vikaryam. We talked about it in our classes. So Swamiji reminded us about this. Aham asmi, I am sada bhami. I shine all the time. And so I love myself. Ananda Swarupaha. He gave the example of the mirror. Wherever there is a mirror, immediately we get attracted to the mirror. Are we attracted to the mirror? No, we are not attracted to the mirror at all. No, we don't care about the mirror. We are very happy to see ourselves in the mirror. So we are attracted to ourselves. And so with that, those are some points, and I've noted. So Swamiji will continue that discussion again today. Thank you very much for blessing us, Swamiji.
Om Namah Shivaya. So whatever we saw yesterday was summed up nicely by Jai Kumarji. Then there is another way also of seeing that the Lord is never away from us. Mahavakya, any Mahavakya is what? Mahavakya is actually Akhanda Bodhartaka Vakya. It is. Akhanda Bodhartaka Vakya means it reveals to you the meaning of the whole, W-H-O-L-E, whole. You are the whole. So therefore, that's a Mahavakya. And then another point to be remembered while we are touching on this subject is that there is a notion everywhere, there is a thinking everywhere that there are 4 Mahavakyas. It is not 4 Mahavakyas. There are many Mahavakyas. The 4 are considered to be important because each is from each Veda. The Rig Veda has one, the Yajur Veda has one, and like that. That's why they put it this 4. They made out that there are 4 Mahavakyas, but there are many Mahavakyas. Everything is every sentence which reveals to you the meaning of the whole. Every sentence that makes you know that the Lord is not remote is a Mahavakya. Like yesterday we discussed this, so many sentences. Ahamasmi Sadabhami also is a Mahavakya only. Tattvamasi is a Mahavakya. Kshetrajñam chapi mam viddhi, and Sarvakshetreshu Bharata, and then Sarvakshetreshu Bharata Kshetram Vartate, that is I. Okay? That is I. That is also a Mahava. Like that, there are many Mahavakyas. Even the Namam Karmani Limpanti also can be interpreted as a Mahavakya. That's another sloka which I quoted from the Gita yesterday. That karmas do not taint me, the Lord says. And so if the Lord says that, then you can also say that. That's what he himself says that. Iti yo mam abhijanati, sa karma bhir nasabadhyate. That person is not tainted, not caught in the web of karma. He escapes all karma phala. He's akarta. Because I am akarta and I am that same Atma. So therefore he is also akarta, the one who knows. So therefore, that now who is stopping us from knowing? Nobody is stopping us from knowing. Our own antakarna, our own notions, our own inhibitions, our own problems, our own involvements in samsara. These are the things. These are the only things that prevent us from knowing this thing. These are the only things that prevent us from owning up the knowledge that I am that. I am the whole. I am the whole. So that's a fact actually. So therefore, there is no gap between Ishvara and myself, so that we need to bridge it. We need not even bridge it. There is no bridge necessary because there was never any gap anyway. We only need to understand that there was never any gap. And to understand that, there is another way also, which the Lord talks about in the Gita also, and it comes in the Upanishads also. Maya tatam idam sarvam, the Lord says. The Lord, while explaining the creation, the creation is not there, in fact. Creation is only a manifestation. Okay? Creation is not there, it is a manifestation. Manifestation is not, by saying that it's a manifestation, you are not denying the existence. Let there be existence, maybe let it be there. The pot also exists. The ornament also exists. But what is the truth behind all that? The gold. Gold is the truth behind the ornament, or the clay is the truth behind the pot. So what we see is that we see the Adhishtanam as pervading everywhere. The material cause. Lord is the material cause. There in that particular stanza where the Lord says, Maya tatamidam sarvam, he unfolds his own nature as the material cause. So what is that material cause? The Lord himself. Material cause means the material out of which the whole creation is come about. Like all the pots come from clay. All the pots come from clay. All the ornaments come from, most of the ornaments come from gold. Then ornament I can't tell much about, because I'm not an ornament wala. I have no ornaments. But steel, suppose if you take steel, I cook my own food, and so steel is there. And steel is something, every vessel. If you know steel, then you know all the vessels coming out of steel. If you know the fabric, then you know all the things that come out from the fabric. So like that, if you are trained to look at the material cause. So when you look at the material cause, it is not only Satyam Jnanam Anantam. It is not only everything is Asti Bhati Priyam. Asti Bhati Priyam is everything is Bhati. Everything has the capacity to reveal itself to you. It's knowable. Everything is knowable. Even all those objects which are not known by you now is knowable. If you go there, if you go to that object and you try to figure out more about it, then you will know that object. So therefore, every object is knowable. That means every object has the capacity to reveal itself to you. Bhati, it shines. Asti, everything is, everything exists. Every object exists, and every object has the capacity to reveal itself to you. And the third thing is that every object is useful to someone or the other. Every object, even the gutter water, in the dirty water in this one in the sewage, that is also useful for the creatures living there. So therefore, you cannot deny that there is utility value anywhere. Everywhere the utility is there. So asti bhati, so that's why it is priyam to everybody. Asti bhati priyam. So asti aspect, bhati aspect, and priyam aspect, if it is taken as the material cause. So this is something which cannot be eliminated from the creation. Every object is knowable. Every object is dear to someone or the other. So therefore, it has got the asti aspect, bhati aspect, priyam aspect, which is nothing but satchit ananda. So I am there. Aham asmi, sada bhami. This one we had seen yesterday. I am there. I always shine. I'm always recognized. I am recognized in my own intellect as I. I shine in my own intellect as I. Everybody shines as I only. I is the most significant thing. But there are many other pronouns, but all the pronouns we don't use for ourselves. The pronouns that I use on myself is used only for I. So I is the most significant pronoun. That is why it is called Uttama Purusha also. In Sanskrit, we have this grammar, first person, second person, and third person, all that. When I say I, this I is what actually I is Uttama Purusha, because it is not first person. We don't say first person unlike you say in other languages. You say first person. In Hindi also we say Pratham Purush, Dvitiya Purush और तृतीय पुरुष इस प्रकार से कहते हैं हम हिंदी में भी, किंतु संस्कृत में वो क्या है, मैं जो है ये उत्तम पुरुष है, और you ने he, the third person is actually Prathama Purusha in Sanskrit. Prathama Purusha, Dvitiya Purusha, and I is Uttama Purusha. And the Lord also tells in the 15th chapter, Uttama Purusha Svanyoham, Uttama Purusha, Paramatma iti udahataha. That Uttama Purusha is called Paramatma. That is also another Vakya sentence, another Jiva Ishvara Vakya. Everywhere, all over the Gita, you will find somewhere or the other, there is a sentence where he tells you that you are not different from I. There is no gap. So since it's a fact, Ishvara is not going to lie to us. No, he's not a practical joker. He might have been a practical joker in his younger days. That's a different matter. He joked practically. He joked everywhere. Mother also. When he was a little child, he couldn't perhaps even talk at that time much. That time, he was eating mud, and then mother said that, what you are eating mud? Beta tu mitti kha raha. No, nahi. He just shook his head. Then she said, open your mouth. And he opened the mouth. When he opened the mouth, she saw entire thing, everything, all the forms in one form. That is what is Ishvara, that is what is Vishwadarshana. In 11th chapter also we see Arjuna being shown the entire universal form. The universal person, they call it like that. Okay, let them call whatever it is. It is just, and you should understand that it is one form in which all forms are. What is that form in which one form? That's a formless truth. It supports all the forms. The formless truth, from that all the forms come. It is the silence from which all noise comes, all shabda comes. The silence from which all shabda comes. It's the silence which you can't hear. People think that they hear silence. You can't hear silence. Your ears are not designed to hear silence. Your ears are designed only to hear noise. But how do you know silence? You know silence because you are that silence, that consciousness, that is silence. And you need not work for it also. You need not work for it. You need not work up, let that silence come. I'm going to work it up. No, it is not necessary. When you do meditation, all these people, who make you meditate, even I do that. When I tell them to chant I tell them to pay attention to the mantra chanting that is happening. And then I purposely increase the gap between two chants. So I tell them to observe the silence. So when they observe the silence, they become aware of the silence. For that silence, what effort you need to make? It is already there. Whatever noise comes, whatever shabda comes, that comes in that silence. Shabda doesn't displace silence. So therefore, that silence is always there. That silence is you. Why is it you? Because it is you are that consciousness. And consciousness, consciousness doesn't make noise. That's why Atma never shouts. They say, that somebody, some Swami, he said, many years back, I heard that Swami, very good Swami, excellent person. But what he said is, that I don't know whether how a normal man would interpret that. Anyway, what he said is this. He said that in the mellow moods of contemplation, in the mellow moods of meditation, the rishis thundered forth. In fact, he said, Atma thunders forth. Why should Atma thunder? Atma has kept quiet so long. 70 years हो गया, 75 years हो गया, 80 years हो गया, अब तक कुछ नहीं बताया उसने. मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं सच्चिदानंद आत्मा हूँ, बताया क्या? नहीं बताया. ये तो है पहले से ही है. This is an established practice. This is what is Siddha Vastu. It is there. I have to recognize. So the silence is something which consciousness is silence. Consciousness doesn't make noise. So Atma also doesn't make noise. Consciousness, however, is not an object. Consciousness, however, is not an object. That's why I made a difference between objects and not object. Aham and na aham. What is aham is, what is na aham? Na aham. What is na aham? What I am not is all the objects. Every object has got its existence, all right. It is there. It reveals itself to me. Okay, but then it reveals itself to me only because I am there. I am the one who I'm the one to whom that object gets revealed. So it is actually, I have to operate a pramana to see the object. I have to operate a means of knowledge to see the object. So therefore, every object is pramana siddham. Unless you operate a means of knowledge, you are not going to know the object. But for this I, to understand the existence of I don't need to establish any pramanam. I'm always there. I'm self-existent. But I do not know all these things. So therefore, what we have to do is, to understand this, we need a pramana. And the pramana tells that you are swata siddham. You are not pramana siddham. And that you are there all the time. This is something to be understood. I'm there as consciousness all the time. Consciousness is something which cannot go away anywhere, which cannot be decimated, which cannot be displaced. I purposely use this word, displaced, because I remember in school days, when we studied physics and all that, then they used to tell, this body, when it is put in the floating object, when it is put in the liquid, then it displaces liquid equal to its volume. It seems okay. But now here, where are you going to displace consciousness? Because consciousness itself is a different order of reality. So looking upon himself in that way, the Lord says, by me, the entire creation is pervaded. Maya tatam idam sarvam. Idam sarvam jagat. The whole jagat is pervaded by me, consciousness. In fact, it is not that the jagat was made first and after that I started pervading. It is not like that. Generally, what happens is, we make a flat, we make a house, and after that we enter. Tat srishtva, tat deva, nupravishate. That there is a sentence like that in the Upanishad. So but of course, that sentence has to be understood properly. That is why we read all the bhashya and all that. There, that Shankaracharya's thinking is so clear that he straight away transfers that clarity to us. So when the Lord says here, Maya tatam idam sarvam, that means consciousness, I, pervades everything. Everything is in consciousness. Every object is in consciousness. Every object which is within the framework of time and space is in consciousness. Time also is in consciousness. Space also is in consciousness. How do you know that time is in consciousness? What is time? Suppose we analyze time. How do you analyze time? Time is what? Time is past, present, and future. Okay, let us analyze it very simply. I'm not a big mathematician or a physician or a physicist or whatever. I'm not. Simple thing is, let's analyze time in terms of past, present, and future. So past also at some point it was present. Past was present at some point of time. And the future also will be present at some time. So if you analyze present alone, that itself is enough for you to know what is time. So what is present? Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga mein what? Kali Yuga mein we are now in the last. We are in the last phase of Prathama Pada. There are 4 padas. Prathama Pada. We say that in the Sankalpa also. No, when we do rituals, we say Prathama Pade, Jambu Dvipe, Bharata Varshe, Bharata Khande, Meroho, Dakshine Parshve. All these things you say in the Sankalpa. There, when you say Prathame Pade, you refer to Kali Yuga. So in this also, you know, we are in the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter. So the first quarter is going away. Then in the Prathama Pade, there, here also, what is that you are in which, then you say whatever, Shweta Varaha Kalpa or whatever it is. That is also the Kalpa. In fact, Kali Yuga is in that Kalpa, Shweta Varaha Kalpa. There are so many Kalpas are there. Okay, all these calculations, your Guruji will tell you when he quotes the sloka from 7th chapter or whatever, you know, the explanation is there about Brahmaji.
8th chapter, Swami.
Sorry?
8th chapter, Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, etc.
Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, yeah, that's it. That's a verse, correct. So that Ahar Yad Brahmano Viduhu. So Brahmanaha, Aha means day. Daytime, how much it is. That is there, that calculation is there. So 1 day for Brahma is so long, like that. So that's a calculus of time, whatever it is given there. But what is the present one? If you say let us not go that far. Let us say 2023 is present. Okay, 2023 is present. In 2023 also now what? Nearly 9 months have gone away. 10th month also is going. Half of the month is gone away. Today is 15th of October. And today also, if you say today is present, 15th October is present, there also so many hours have gone. It is just a few hours now more for midnight to come, and then it will be the next day. If you go according to the Western calculation. So what is present? Present is the time between 6:30 and 8 or whatever we had chosen. 6:30 and 7:30 and half an hour for question and answer. So therefore that is the present. There here also in this 60 minutes also, how many minutes have gone now? I think about 24, 25 minutes have gone. Now that this 25th minute is the present minute. In this 1 minute also there are 60 seconds. As I'm talking, that's 1 second is gone, 2 seconds are gone. And even if it is possibly, even if it is mathematically possible to divide this 1 second into microseconds or whatever it is, then that also goes away. So then where does it go? All that time resolves in awareness. A sheaf of papers, 500 papers are there. One pin is supposed to make a hole in that quickly and go away. It's a machine. Now, at what time does the 360th paper, 360th page get the hole? You cannot pinpoint. But all that happened. And where does it all resolve? It resolves in the presence. Presence means consciousness. Presence means consciousness, not only consciousness. Presence also means consciousness, being, that being. You are that being. That being you are, not human being. Because we have negated the human body. I'm not the human body. Why? Because it's an object of my perception. If it is an object, it is what? It is Pramana Siddham. Object. Any object is Pramana Siddham. Only I is Swata Siddham. It is there all the time. It is there all the time means what? It is present. Presence. That presence is something which cannot be displaced. Presence is the same as consciousness, cannot be displaced. Presence is same as awareness, cannot be displaced. In fact, Pujya Swamiji used to use in the 60s and 70s, he used to use the word awareness for unfolding consciousness. Then later on, the word awareness was being used in various other contexts, and so people started confusing it. Now you have everywhere social awareness and this awareness and that awareness and all that. So therefore, he slowly eliminated that word. He stopped using that word. And he said, this is consciousness, that way. So therefore, consciousness is what? Consciousness is not an object. It is not an object, but it has got meaning. It's got a meaning which everybody can understand. I am a conscious being. I am consciousness. Everybody can understand that. So that consciousness is what essentially I am. The Lord tells that as a maya tatamidam sarvam means as consciousness, as existence. That same existence, same consciousness is also existence, and it is also priyam. Asti bhati priyam. That's the basis of this entire creation. So as the basis, I am there all over the creation. I am that from which everything comes. That means he is the adhishtanaka, he is the adhishtanam, he is the basis of everything. Ahamasmi, sadabhami. So therefore, that as basis, he says that I pervade this entire creation. Elsewhere also in the Upanishad also we have this Purusha he, Vedagum Sarvam. In the Veda it comes. The whole, what is all you see is all Purusha only, which is Bhavyam and Bhutam and all that, which is the past and present and sab kuch wo abhi hai. Jo kuch hai tumhare samne, that is the Srishti. It is all pervaded. Pervaded by what? Pervaded by Asti Bhati Prem. Every object reveals itself, and every object is useful to someone or the other. All these objects have been put together. They have all been put together in a very intelligent way. So what is put together intelligently, we understand as a creation. What do we understand as a creation? Creation means so many things put together intelligently to serve a purpose. Like a car. You have so many things in that. You have so many parts. You have so many parts in the engine. You have so many belts and whatnot running from here. There are some wheels and all that. And then there are wheels for the car also to propel you elsewhere. Then there is a body, steel. Then there are other rubber parts and all that. Then there is upholstery. Which of them is the car? What do? You take some steel, you take some upholstery, you put all some screws and nuts and all that, some tubes and all that, you put everything, some wheels and all that, you put everything. Car hota hai kya? It doesn't, car will not happen. It has to be put together intelligently. That intelligence actually is there. That is all knowledge. So Ishvara has got this, in this entire creation, everything is put together intelligently. So there is an order. There is an order with which everything runs. There is one person, asked me, he said, all these particles are spinning, so many particles are spinning, all of them are going, many of them are going clockwise, most of them are going clockwise. A few of them are going anti-clockwise. Order kahan hai? I said, that disorder also is the part of the order. There is disorder, he said. Disorder also is the part of the order. What is death? What is replacement? What is going away? What is wearing out and all that? Wearing out has to happen. If wearing out doesn't happen, then the old things won't get replaced. Things are replaced and displaced. The actual material cause, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, it doesn't get displaced. I'm talking to you because all of you seem to be very advanced students of Vedanta. I'm not so advanced, by the way. I'm still in the KG class only.
Swamiji.
But I like to put things simply, because simply, if it is put, it is easily graspable. You can grasp it. It's possible to grasp things if it is put simply. My job is to communicate. The job of the teaching is to communicate. And the person who has the ability to communicate teaching, he has to communicate and communicate it effectively in a manner that is understood well. If that happens, our job is successful. I don't want to go into technicalities of anything. In fact, the whole study of Vedanta itself is technical, highly technical. People who come to the class, they say, आपका class तो बहुत technical है. Technical तो होना पड़ेगा. There is intelligence here. Because everything is, the whole creation has got intelligence. It is all intelligently put together. There are so many orders. There are all this order, this whole order, this one order, which we will call later on as Ishvara. Because we are supposed to be living in a secular country. You are not supposed to say Ishvara. You are not supposed to say Bhagwan. All that. What ridiculous idea, secularism. I don't know how it has all come. Anyway, so Secular means people allow people to do what they want, allow people to practice their own religion. That's okay. That's fine. This one, we have to understand that there is an order, and in that order we have all the orders. There is a chemical order, there is a physical order. There is an electrical order, magnetic order, this order, that one, anatomical order, biological order, psychological order, which is very difficult to understand. Somebody asked, what the mind is a very complex instrument, they said. So therefore, what would happen if the mind was simple? The mind was made very simple. What would happen? It would be so simple that you'd still not understand anything. The mind is, suppose if it is made simple, it would be so simple, still we will not understand anything. We'll be in the same boat all the time. Who is more intelligent? The computer is more intelligent, or the fellow who is sitting in front of it?
Computer scientists are busy, very busy, trying to make the computer more intelligent than human being, they say, Swamiji.
Is it? I don't know, because it seems to be, because it has got the knowledge of more than one person. So it has been programmed to have knowledge of more than one person. So therefore, it is more intelligent. However, how intelligent it is anybody's guess. Then another problem is, what is whether the computer is male or female? This problem had come once. I think this must be very popular amongst all those people who are software experts and all that. There was a class going on, and in the class there were ladies and men, both of them were there. And they were asked to, he asked the question, the professor asked the question, what is computer? Is it male or female? Because in French and all, some of the languages, you are supposed to attribute gender to every object. Hindi में भी तो ऐसा होता है, खिचड़ी खाई, रोटी खाई, है ना? Why is it like that? खाना खाया.
Swamiji, however, computers are smart with the AI, still they don't have the consciousness.
Sorry?
Consciousness, computer does not have. They may be smarter.
But it is still in consciousness. It is still in consciousness. And whatever it does, you become conscious of it. It all happens in your consciousness. Anyway, the point is this, that he was saying that, and then the boys, they said that computer must be feminine gender, because it is asking every time you start the computer, it says, I want this, I want that. Suddenly something will pop up and you have to attend to that. Hey, I'm doing my work, you pop up later. No, we can't do that. It keeps on interrupting you. It doesn't allow you. Like that, there are so many problems. This is outdated, that is outdated. You have to update this thing, you have to update so many things. It keeps on, while you are working, it keeps on announcing that humko ye chahiye, humko wo chahiye. So he said, because it's so pestering it is, so therefore he said computer must be strilinga, feminine it should be. He said that. And the ladies, they also worked out. It said, that every time the computer keeps on getting, every day by day, it keeps getting outdated. Every day a new model is coming. So suppose if I had not known, known that this week there's going to be a newer model, I would not have selected this other old model. So therefore, that is what my husband, my old model. I didn't want him. So therefore, it said that computer is male. क्या बात है? So there is all these discussions can keep on coming. The ideas are there always. It all depends on how we take it, how our mindset is. Suppose you think that a woman is helpful to you, then the computer will get a good name. Suppose you think that a man is useful to you, then the computer will get a good name. But then we have our own problems looking at people, because we have our own subjective thinking. What Vedanta eliminates is, what our other Vedanta helps us to eliminate is subjective thinking. Look at a thing that as it is. Look at a thing as it is. Jaisa hai waisa lo. Don't insist upon how it should be, how it should not be. Take everything as it is. Take a day, when the day comes, take it as it is. There is nothing sad or good or whatever it is. It is only different. That's all. Even somebody else also had said that all these things, the trouble and all that. what is that? He said, there's nothing good or bad, but thinking makes it so. I'm inclined to agree with him in some ways. Then everything is what it is. That's all. Yathavat, we should be able to take it. That's what this Vedantic knowledge trains you to. So if we can take everything Yathavat, then you can say that is actually a Lakshana of a Sthita Prajna. Sthita Prajna se ka bhasha the Lord talks. What is Sthita Prajna? The Sthita Prajna is actually not, it's not the traits of the man. It is actually traits of the wisdom. Sthita Prajna se, what is the one who has got steady wisdom, that person, how he will be, that is not, that doesn't state the man's nature. It states the nature of the knowledge. Knowledge is that will make you take things, everything as it is. Yathavat. That's why Yathavat means what? Jaisa dekhte hain, वैसा होना चाहिए, वैसा दिखना चाहिए, वैसा होता नहीं है. That's what he said in the before at the introduction. So what is the superimposition? जैसा है वैसा दिखता नहीं है, और जैसा हम देखते हैं वैसा होता नहीं है. That's what the whole world is. Everything is like that. I had sent him 2 pictures. In fact, there is one picture in which there is a car. When you blow up that thing, when you zoom that thing, then there is no car at all. The car is gone. Something else you see. Some nature, foliage, this, that, water, and whatnot you see. Like that. Yesterday also I had sent one more picture to him, where there is a picture of the man. Ask him to send it to you in the group if you have a group. You just blow that picture up. When you blow that picture up, you will not see that man at all. Man is not there. You must have heard of this famous story, no? That Napoleon Hill's child was given this question. So the father was being disturbed, and he said, take this thing, you take all these pictures, and you form the world. All these pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, put it together and form the world, the map of the world, or whatever it is. All that should come. America, South America, Australia, this, that, everything should come in that. Go and put it. And within a minute, that boy came back again. How? So he said, behind those pictures you see, there is a picture of a man. So if you put the picture of the man correct, then the world is correct. Then it brought a new train of thought. If the man is correct, the world is correct. If the man is all right, the world is all right. The man is not all right, the world is not all right. And no man is all right. Every man has his own problem. Why? Because of our own subjectivity. We have our own things, our own ways of thinking. That's what Vedanta corrects. So, and a person who has got a fair amount of clarity would be able to take things in his stride. At the end of the day, that is what is important. I should be able to take things in my stride. And what can help me? Nothing can help me more than this wisdom of Vedanta. So I was talking about the order. There is an order. There are so many orders in it. And this is an order of all the orders. See how your eyes work, how your ears work. All this, there is an order. Because of it works. Because of it works. So when I open my eyes and I look at an object, a ray of light from that object comes and goes into my eye, and then it goes and forms the image in the retina. That is also an ulta image. It's an ulta image. Then what happens? Then later, so many chemical changes and all that electrochemical changes happen, and then the brain interprets that as the vision, and you get an erect object. You see the object, erect, real image you see. So what is that? There's an order here. Sound also. Sound goes there when you hear the sound, then it goes into that tympanum or whatever, the eardrum and all that, it vibrates, and then afterward that sound is vibrate. That sound is interpreted by the brain. And then what? We speak so many languages. Every language is different. Every language, sometimes you use the same word in a different context in different languages. That also we use. In Tamil, there is a word pukar. Pukar is what? Pukar means, Hindi mein when you say pukar, usko pukaro, call that person, take his name, call him. That's what it means. In Tamil, it means what? Take his name, complain against him. That's what pukar means. See how that same word is interpreted differently. In Tamil, they say, pukar kurirkar. That means some complaint has been lodged against this man. That is not what in Hindi we say. Pukar, usko pukara hai na, usko pukara hai, bas usko bulaya hai humne. Yahi baat hai. See how same word is different, understood differently. That's all there. That is there also. Every language has got its own connotation. There might be same word used in different languages. In chesta, in Bengali, we have this chesta. Ami chesta kuchi. And chesta kuchi means I'm trying. I'll try. In Marathi, chesta means what? I'll make mischief. In Tamil also it is like that. Tamil also it is like that. Like that we say also. So different languages, different languages have different uses. Same word is used in a different sense. How does this all happen? How do we understand?
Samsaram in Tamil and Malayalam.
Sansaram. Sansaram also is like that. In Sansaram in Tamil and Malayalam means problem. Actual samsara is not that. You don't, and then he says, in samsara, when you say, I have brought my samsaram with me, he comes and sees Swamiji, and he says, I have brought my samsaram with you. Where is the samsaram? He shows his wife. She's just a freshly married wife, no children also. Samsara to kuttu nundirken, like that he'll tell. Samsara mein leke aun. Samsara tumko, why do you call her samsara? Samsara is all here only. In my own samsara it is. I don't need this another woman to make me a sansari. I'm myself enough. What is sansara? Sanskrit, in Sanskrit, the definition is a little better. Or rather, when in Vedantic Shastra, we understand or we interpret sansara differently. We say a life of constant becoming is sansara. All the time I want to become something. All the time I want to become something. That constant becoming. I want to become better. There's nothing wrong in becoming better. There's nothing wrong. There's not a bad ichha to have. Good it is. Hasrat, hasrat. You see, you have so many words for that in Urdu. You say hasrat, you say arman, you say arzu, you say ichha. Nowadays it has so happened that in the Hindi speaking world, most people use Urdu words, except in Madhya Pradesh. You go to Madhya Pradesh, there you cannot use Urdu words. If you say Urdu words, then they look down upon the pravakta. They look down upon the speaker. Oh, Swamiji, you are talking Urdu. One fellow told me, you should go and talk in Pakistan. I said, I will. If they take Vedanta, I don't mind going there. They won't take. The problem is they're completely closed. To them, their notions. Every person in Pakistan is brainwashed with the idea that every Indian is their dushman. Every Indian is their enemy. This is their thinking. Most of the people are like that there. That is what? Our own thinking, subjective thinking. And that subjective thinking actually destroys me. It destroys my opinion. It destroys the way I comport myself in their world. Everything it destroys. Subjectivity is the problem everywhere. So we need to see everything yathavat as it is. We need to take everything as it is. We cannot take anything the way we want it to take. We have to take things as it is. We cannot pass opinions also about everything. Any opinion is only your opinion. Any opinion is only your notion. Any belief also is only your notion. If you say, I believe that this is what is God, that is also your notion. We have to understand Ishvara most objectively. If you want to understand, you can understand him as the order of all the orders. So I was telling about the eyes, and I was telling about the ears, and how the sound came, how the sound comes, and how the vision comes, how the object is seen, how it is and all that. Without light, you cannot see. Without light, we cannot see. That is why Surya is said to be the Adhishtana Devata for the eyes. We have all Adhishtana Devatas. Various Adhishtana Devatas we have, which all of them we invoke also when we do our prayer in the temple. So we invoke all these idols. We invoke all these deities. We invoke all these Adhishtana Devatas. Let the Adhishtana Devatas be in their own place and may they function properly. This is a objective prayer. So sarve devataha yathasthanam tishtantu mam rakshantu. May they protect me. So it's all a beautiful prayer, So that means what you are looking upon the Lord as the order of all the orders. So all these orders are Adhishtana Devatas, and the order of all the orders is Ishvara. Because of who is the Upadana Karanam as well as the intelligent Karanam, both. He is the knowledge. He is the knowledge also, and he is also the material to create. So that is why the Lord says, Maya itam idam sarvam. Now, how do we understand this? We have to understand that every knowledge presupposes every object presupposes knowledge on the part of the creator. Whatever you make, at home, suppose you are a creator. Whatever you make at home, you are a creator. Everybody is a creator. So whatever you make at home, You have to have knowledge about that object. You want to make some idli or something like that, dosa, you want to make tikya, you want to make some sandwich, whatever you know, you have to know how to make it. Knowledge is important. After the knowledge is there, then what happens? Then you need the material to make it out. So the knowledge is separate, knowledge is on a different locus, then the material is at a different locus. But what you do is you work together and you make that thing. Sandwich is made. Puchka is made. Puchka, we call it here in Calcutta, we call it in Bombay, it is Pani Puri. In Delhi, it is Golgappa. See, that one same object is referred to in different words. In Delhi, it is Golgappa. All over the north, it is Golgappa. Golgappe khane? Tonu? No. In different words, in different languages, the same thing is used. You have to go there, and when you go there, you see. I marvel actually. I marvel when I see people communicating differently, how they talk. It's very nice to see that. Very nice to know. We have to learn to accept them for what they are. We have to learn to accept everything in this creation as what it is. For that we have to know it is an object. This is what it does. Okay, this is what it will do. Now, if I am troubled by it, it is my problem. That's what Vedantic knowledge tells you to. Vedantic knowledge gives you the clarity to take every object as it is. If it is as it is, that means it is in keeping with the knowledge. It is not a belief. So take the whole creation. The whole creation is what the whole creation needs. Some creator must be there because the creation has come. So there has to be a creator. Before that creator, what was there? Before that creator came, before that creation came, before that creation manifested itself or whatever it is you want to say, before that came, what was there? So we have no means of knowledge except the Upanishad to tell what was there. So the Upanishad says, Sadeva Somni Idam Agre Asi. There is everything. All this thing which you see now was Sat before. Sat means from existence, which is consciousness. From that everything comes. And Sat and Chit, from that everything comes. So the Lord also tells the same thing here in the Gita. Maya tatamidam sarvam. By me consciousness, everything is pervaded. Jagat avyakta murtina. What is that avyakta murti? Consciousness is not a scene. Consciousness is not an object. So therefore it is avyakta murti. You can take it like that. Avyakta murtina satam tatam idam sarvam. And all that is in me, but I am not in them. That again he says in another verse, and he confuses everybody. But actually it is not confusion. We have to understand that the the clay says that all the parts are in me, all the lids are in me, all the cups are in me, all the saucers are in me, but I am not in them. Why? Because I am not only the saucer, I am not only the cup, I am not only this, I am not only that, I am everything. So that everything. So we have to, if you want to know Ishvara, you have to know him as everything. If you want to know Ishvara, everything that is created is Ishvara, including your own physical body and my physical body and everybody's physical body. Everything is Ishvara. This physical body also follows the rules of the creation. What are the rules of the creation? Rules of the creation means rules of all the objects. Every object came into existence. Then it is there for some time, and then after that it goes away. It's all time bound. Every object is time bound. This is also time bound. It came at a given time. It is there for a certain time, and it has got a shelf life period, expiry period. Actually, expire. We say man has expired. Actually, man is not a passport or a document to expire, but everybody uses this word. I think it is a wrong usage. We shouldn't be using that, expire. We are intelligent people. We should say so and so has passed away. You can't say he has expired. Is he a document? Is he a passport or a ticket or whatever it is to expire? We can't reduce a human being to that state. So we have to say that this person passed away. He is no more. Or in other words, in for Swami, they say it differently. He said, yes, he left his mortal coil. We have to understand all this. अरे उसने शरीर छोड़ दिया. सब लोग शरीर छोड़ते हैं. ये वही महात्मा, वही साधु महात्मा, सब लोग शरीर अपना छोड़ते ही है. उन्होंने अपना शरीर छोड़ दिया. मगर वो दूसरों के लिए बोलते नहीं ऐसा. ये केवल महात्माओं के लिए लिंगो होता है. लिंगो, एवरीवेयर देयर इज अ लिंगो प्रॉब्लम. वो मर गया. Sattuboi. Even our Chinmayanji used to say, Sattuboi means what? That Sat in him has gone. That's what he says. That is why Sattuboi he was saying. He had his own way of telling, very, very humorously, he used to talk about things. He used to give a different, he gave a meaning for dosa. Dosa, which we make every day, have a breakfast, that one. So why is it dosa? He said, when you take the dough and you put it on that pan, put it on that, first time it makes sound. Sound it makes, sound it makes. Then after some time you do it, turn it upside. Turn it ulta kar do usko. Then again, second time it makes 2 bar sir karta. That is why it is dosa. It's good, as a humor, it is good. In fact, his sense of humor only attracted me first to Vedanta. I was listening to Vibhuti Yoga and Vishwadarshana Yoga. Vishwadarshana, this one. When he was to talk about Vishwarupa Darshanam, 11th chapter, he was to talk about that. But before that, he introduced what all had transpired. And he talked about the 10th chapter. In the 10th chapter, the Lord tells about it. Wherever you see anything glorious, think of that as me. Wherever you see anything glorious, wherever you see anything very, what is that called? Very important, very highlighted point where you see any highlight that you see, recognize that highlight to be my glory. That's the order of all the orders. So if you see anything, he said, among the rivers, I am the Ganga, and among the stars, I am the Margashisha and all that. Among this, I am the, among all the luminous bodies, I am the sun. Like that, he said. So that all that he was explaining. I am the sun, I'm the effulgence in the sun, I am this and that, like that, everywhere he was saying. Then he came to another mundane points, There what he said? He said, I am the flavor in your coffee. I'm the flavor in your coffee. I'm the kick in your whiskey. He said that. And when he said that, everybody burst into laughter. What I was trying, he's trying to make a difficult topic easy for you to understand in your own lingo, in your own language is giving it. But then you should not get stuck up with that. You should move further also. You should understand we just can't stick it. But it's good. It is good. At least that sense of humor, if you have, then you understand. You think of everything. Okay, it is not difficult. The spirituality or religion or these things, they are all understanding this Vedantic factors on it. It is not difficult or anything. It is only we have to understand it properly. So he gives us an opening to it. And in fact, without him, none of us would have known about the Upanishads and all that. Without Swami Chinmayananji, we would not have known about the Upanishads. Even our own Swamiji also said that I never heard of the Upanishads till I heard him. Even our own Swami Dayananji also said that. He's gone on record having said that he was introduced to the Upanishad way of thinking only by him. So therefore, he had his own charisma. He was a very charismatic person. But then he had his own different ways of pointing out things also, which might not totally gel in with our Vedantic assimilation of proper ideas of taking things as that. It might not assimilate, but still doesn't matter. We cannot write him off. He was a great person. He had his own beauties, and then he brought the institution came because of him. He brought the course system. He brought the 3-year course system, 4-year course system, or whatever it is. Because this is all actually 12 years they take in Kailas Ashram. If you go to Kailas Ashram and study, it takes 12 years for you to study. And every day there is no class. Sometimes suddenly on Ashtami there is no class. On Navami, on Paurnami and Amavasya, on Purnima, Amavasya, and the next day, Prathama, there is no class.
Prathama, no class.
Prathama, there is no class. So like that, they have different days, they have their off days. And then they take only one class in a day. And first year, when you go there and study in Kailas Ashram, or whatever, the first 2 years, you will study only Vyakarana and Tarka. First, you will study Tarka. Logic you will study. That's all. And the Tarka, we don't know how to relate it to modern, why is Tarka taught there? Because most of the people who go there, they're all school dropouts. In school, what happens? In school, we are taught to think, we are taught to think logically. That logical thinking, that should come, that mindset should develop. And so therefore they teach Tarka there, because most of them are dropouts from school. So therefore they teach Tarka. And then how do they teach? They have their own way of teaching. They have their own way of thinking, and you don't know, you cannot relate that to this teaching. Whereas when you study in a proper school where your logical, your what is that called? Your intellectual acumen is developed. Everybody develops his intellectual acumen in school. So we cannot think lowly of that. Any school, whatever they have taught us good things only. If I had not learned proper English, I wouldn't have been able to talk to you like this. So therefore, it has got its own. It might have taught us wrongly. It might have given us wrong history and all that. But now let us correct ourselves. That's a different thing. We'll correct ourselves. It might give us the right person, because we were taught only what they wanted us to learn. The whole British system, they completely deceived us. Now we are all out of school now, 75 years old. And what are you going to do now? What school you are going to go to? Now what you have to do is you have to unlearn whatever they had done. That unlearning is now easy, because you have studied Vedanta now. You are coming to Vedanta. Now you are trained to look at everything as it is. This Srishti is what? Srishti is an order which has all the orders. And that order of all the orders means it has got intelligence. Where is that intelligence? It has got knowledge. Where is that intelligence, knowledge? All knowledge is in consciousness. Simple. All knowledge is in consciousness. So knowledge is never produced. Swami Vivekananda has said this sentence, no? Knowledge is never produced. It is only discovered. It's very true. We discover that. This man who invented this object or whatever, that possibility of invention also was there. The law of possibility permitted him to bring about this invention. He was tuned to it. Even this fellow, who produced the electric bulb, he also said he had been toiling at it, ceaselessly. He had been toiling. One night he became so tired, he left everything. He left his laboratory and just slept like that. And within an hour, he got up. Something woke him up. And then some new alteration struck him, and he tried that thing, and lo, the bulb started glowing. That's all. Then next day onward, there was all the media people, they came and they asked him, what is all this? How did you know? And that he said, I don't. How did you discover? How did you find it out? He said, I didn't find out. It was revealed to me. That is what is knowledge. Every knowledge, it revealed to you. As you are doing, you get news developments suggest into your mind, and you try those experiments. Some of them are successful, and if they are successful, then you become an inventor. Once everybody calls you an inventor, then what happens? Then success gets into my head. That's the time ahankara comes. Actually, everything is invented, everything is discovered. The new tune this man made, it became very popular. Then they asked him, he said, I made it. What? Tumne kya kiya? Kuch nahi kiya tumne. Tum baithe the, bas, that's all. Actually, it was revealed to you. Everywhere it is like that. Writing the songs also. Our Swamiji has written so many beautiful songs. Puja Swami Dayanand Ji has written so many beautiful songs. And I'm running out of time now. Anyway, so the songs also, they asked him, how did you write? He said, I didn't write anything. It was revealed to me. Best thing is beautiful explanation it is. That is how I discovered it. These are ideas, when I'm talking right now, what is my ahankara doing? I'm not talking. I'm not doing anything. The words are automatically, they're coming out like a flow. And that all depends. That all is because the clarity that he gave me of the vision. The clarity that he gave me of the vision, that clarity is forcing itself out. I'm not doing anything, in fact. This is a way to look at, this is a way for every teacher to look at what he is doing. If he is doing it well, it's only because of this. That ahankara is not asserting itself. It is not coming and poking its ugly head. That's how it is. So like that, every person who wrote everything, it was revealed to him. He wrote a beautiful song. It was revealed to him. So that's why I said yesterday that all the film songs and all that which contain something good in that, maybe not brand them as bad or whatever. Film world may be different. Film world may be dubious. Their characters might be different. But whatever was revealed into the head was just excellent. They were all gems. Wonderful. There is one beautiful song, where he says there is no dharma for anybody. There is no dharma for when a child is born, there is no dharma. Then later on, we impose the growth, the persons growing in that particular house or whatever it is, that gives him sanskara to adopt a particular religion or adopt a particular belief system and all that. There is nobody, but when a child is born, there is no religion for it. So he says, beautiful words. He says, अच्छा है अब तक तेरा कोई नाम नहीं है, तुझको किसी इल्जाम से कोई काम, तुझको किसी इल्म से कोई काम नहीं है. What is that? अच्छा है अब तक तेरा कोई नाम नहीं है, तुझको किसी Dharam se koi kaam nahi hai. Something like that it comes. And then, this जिस इल्म को तकसीम किया है, जिस इंसान ने जिस इल्म को तकसीम किया है, that means insan, man has made all these ideas and all that. So these whatever, and he has given importance to all that, and he has validated all the vidhis and nishedas. That's what it will taqsim and all that means, only that. So that actually is what that one for that is not going to have any effect on you now, because you are just born now, you are just a baby. Later on, what happens when you grow up, then you pick up all things. So therefore, then we are the ones who make it to Hindus, to Hindu hai, to Musliman hai, to Christian hai, like that we make it because of the house. Child is born as a child according to Ishvara's order. So we have to look upon everybody as just part of that order. Everybody. There's no illegitimate child. Every child is legitimate because he is born according to the order. Who are illegitimate? The parents are illegitimate, not the child. You have to teach them to the children. There was one fellow here, now he's become a big officer in a bank. He was found on the road, and these people, the one who adopted him, those people are known to me. They studied with me. Their mother studied with me, and this boy is now grown up. He wasn't put in St. Lawrence High School here in Calcutta. Then later on he was very good, and so he was put into St. Xavier's High School, and then he got a degree. Then later on, he did management and whatnot. He's got a very beautiful, good position in a bank. He's just recently got married. And first, this boy had a complex. Suddenly, he came to know one day that these are not my real parents. And so they were having trouble. That is the time, when that father of that boy, he came to me, father and mother. And then I told him, don't look upon the child like this. Look upon him as given by this order. Tell him, let him to look upon himself as born according to this order. That order is Ishvara. That order pervades everywhere. There is knowledge. That order pervades everywhere as knowledge and also as the material cause. So that is why the Lord is able to say, Maya tatam idam sarvam. Then that boy corrected himself and all that. Now he is very happy. He doesn't have that problem. I don't know who my parents are. That is not his problem anymore. He has resolved that thing. So for resolving all this clarity, objectivity, and all that is for resolving our problems. And we are all having problem because of our own ignorance. Because of our own ignorance, our own way of looking at things, our own notions, all these notions have to be banished. And this banishing of notions can happen only when you have complete clarity about what you want to know. You want to know about the entire Srishti, and know about the Lord. Who is the Lord? Lord is not somebody who is sitting up there and is giving good things to everybody. Goodies is distributing to everybody. It's not like that. Lord is not playing a game of dice. ऊपर वाला पासा फेंके नीचे चलते दांव. That's not correct. कोई दांव नहीं चल रहा है यहाँ पे. सब हिसाब से हो रहा है. सब perfect हो रहा है. I am getting my own karma. I am a mishra karma. Mishra karma means I'm the one who experiences good karma as well as wrong karma. Improper things which I did come to me as pain. Proper things that I did come to me as pleasure. That's all. There are only two things. So by doing proper things, by having proper thinking, by having the proper attitudes, I can make my life. Finally, what? At the end of the day, I need an antakarana shuddhi to assimilate this knowledge. That's how the assimilation comes. That's how the knowledge comes. Antakarana becomes shuddha by proper action. That's what every religion is supposed to give you. Every religion is supposed to give you how to conduct yourself. What they give is a different point. So what Vedanta tells us that I need a certain type of upbringing, certain type of thinking, which will keep my mindset ready for this Vedantic appreciation, for this vision, to appreciate this vision. If you have this vision, that's it, you have made it. You don't worry about what you are, whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian, it just doesn't matter. Everybody has got that same body, everybody has got same number of bones, everybody has got the same color of blood, everything is the same thing. Only the orientation that he has subjected himself to, that orientation which he has subjected himself to, that actually has made him into a personality now. That personality is a problem. Person is not a problem. Who are you? You are the one who is the person, not the personality. We have to learn to learn to look at ourselves as a person. We have to learn to take everybody as a person. As a person, his orientation is this. Okay, this is how he'll be. Fine. Let me take him objectively. All these things we resolve, all the so many other compatible and incompatible problems and all that. It will all resolve all these things. It will all resolve all these problems. Nobody need be considered as incompatible. Everybody is compatible. He is made according to Kudrat ne apne usse, Ishvara has made him according to his own karma. There also there is no bias for Ishvara. Ishvara doesn't intervene. If you do prayer, then he will correct certain defects. Maybe he'll correct defects. He'll correct your sufferings. That sufferings might be reduced by prayer. But he's not going to change the whole structure of karma. He will not change. So therefore, Ishvara also is not infallible. We think that he is infallible. He is not infallible. The only thing that is infallible in the Jagat is law of karma. That is also Ishvara. Everything is because Ishvara says, Maya tatam idam sarvam. I pervade everything. So if he pervades everything here in this creation, then where are you and I? Like this cloth, this cloth. There's the fabric pervading this entire cloth. Where is the cloth? Cloth is only a name. Cloth is only a name. Where is the pot? There is no pot. Clay pervades all these mud vessels. So like that, there is this Ishvara's order pervading everywhere. If you look at him that way, then what is there is only Ishvara. There is no you and me also. Where are you going to put your eye? There is no place to put your eye. He has pervaded everything. Maximum you can say that eye is perhaps this eye. Then what happens? This Ahankara can dissolve in that. And what is there is only one huge eye. That is the whole, WHOLE. And the Lord strives. He keeps on struggling to propound and unfold all these facts. He's telling that he's communicating it through all the Upanishads, all the Prakarana Granthas, all Gita, etc. Everywhere. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam. The Alayam means the Lord, we are talking about Shankaracharya. He is the Alayam. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam. Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Namami Bhagavat Padam also is there. Pada also is there. You are addressing Namami Bhagavat Pada. Tvam Namami Aham. That way you can take. Or Namami Jaga, you can take it as the second case also. Namami Jag Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Okay. So we have to change our way of looking at things. This is called cognitive change. Cognitive change means your cognition is based on knowledge, is based on knowledge of realities. What is Vedanta? Study of realities. Philosophy, study of realities. So based on that, you change your cognition. You change your way of looking at the world. You change your way of looking at the world and you accept things as they are. You learn to accept yourself. Learn to accept your neighbor. First of all, learn to accept your wife and mother and parents and all that. Learn to accept your brother, learn to accept your children. Everybody is, they will not always listen to me. The child will not listen to you. Your own child will not listen to you. We say, so Swamiji has come, tell some shloka for him. He'll say, no, nahi karega wo. He'll not chant the shloka. But then after the Swami has gone, this boy will be going to the toilet and there inside he'll be sitting and chanting Shukla and Bharadram Vishnu. But that is because he's got a free will. Everybody has got a free will. He will do according to his marzi. Free will. The easy word to understand free will in Hindi is marzi. Apni marzi se hum karenge. Apni marzi se sab karte aa rahe hain hum log. Humne kehta ishtama adu panni paama. And that is his free will. So therefore now we use the free will in such a way that will improve me, that will make me better. That is a prayer. So what you are doing in a prayer is you are using your own free will, and that use of your free will, you need not pray at all. Ishvara doesn't say that you have to pray. He doesn't say that at all. But the very fact that you are praying is recognized by him, and he offers this contrivance. There is a contrivance. Contrivance is that when you pray, something will happen. Your karma will get improved. Your karmic structure will either improve, you will either progress forward, or your sufferings will be reduced. This is all there in the order. That order also is Ishvara. Order of prayer, order of how it works, order of karma, how it works. All this is there in the order. That entire order, it is not only physical order, mental order, biological order, intellectual order. It is the complete order. The complete order actually, it is there, and that is what is Ishvara. If you understand that, then you are never away from Ishvara. You don't need a bridge to gap. You don't need a bridge to, you don't need a bridge to gap the distance between him and you. Everything is Ishvara. So that is what the Upanishads all say. Isha Vasim Idam Sarvam. Purusha evedagam sarvam, maya tatamidam sarvam. These are all Mahavakyas. So we have to understand all these Mahavakyas, because the meaning of the Mahavakya is that there is one whole truth, and that truth has to be understood by me. If this is understood like this, then knowledge blesses us. Vedantic knowledge, nothing blesses like knowledge. So on this day, suppose today is the day when Navaratri has started. So my best wishes to all of you. Navaratri, the whole thing is nothing, but for us it is all only knowledge. Everywhere knowledge, knowledge, knowledge all the place. So we understand this and we pray to the Lord that may we undergo a cognitive change on the basis of this knowledge. On the basis of this knowledge, may we undergo a cognitive change, and may we look at the world in a different way. May we look at the world as it has to be looked upon. May we look upon every person as he or she is. May we accept every person as he or she is. That should be the fruit of the knowledge. That should be the jnana phalam. Jnana phalam is moksha, all right. You are always mukta anyway. Don't worry. You're always nitya muktositam. So there is no problem. But this nitya muktosmi aham, that has to be the root for all the cognitive change that I undergo and relate to the world. Okay. So with that, I'll stop. If you have the time for question, and if you don't want to ask question, then that lady, there's this lady from I don't know where, I think she's from Coimbatore. She wanted one song or something, so they can get. We'll think about that. So anyway, I leave that. The ball is in your court now. Please, all of you.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you very much for all the important messages that you have given throughout the talk and also towards the end. And so we definitely, Swamiji, some questions. I'm sure there will be some questions from the audience.
Yeah.
And let's hear that, Swamiji.
If you want any, I mean, I'm available at other times also. Okay, you just have to write to me or tell me on the WhatsApp, and I'll be available on that particular day. If I'm free, I'll be available, or if not, I'll tell you when I'm free. I'm available for this whole crowd. I like all of you very much. Yes, please, sir. Please tell me.
I want to accept everyone. I want to really do that. But how can you accept someone who's killing babies and things like that are going on currently in Middle East? I mean, how can we do that?
We cannot accept that. Yeah, we cannot accept that. We have to take strong arm methods to deal with them. What can we do? That also is given to you. Strong arm methods. You have to. Bhagavan also did that. So when he came, he didn't spare all those fellows. There are a lot of people he tried to change them. He taught them. He didn't kill everybody. He killed only some Ravana and Kamsa and some of these people. Everybody he didn't kill. There are a lot of other fellows who were demons or whatever, but they had been chastised, they had been punished, and they had been trained to think properly, and they all became devotees later. That also is there, like Valmiki and all that. We have so many cases. So that also can be done, but we have to, and if there's anywhere destruction is required, yes, please go ahead and destroy them. Nothing, we can't do anything. In fact, in the Veda itself, where it has been mentioned about this type of religion and this type of thinking coming. So there itself, it had been mentioned that these people will destroy themselves. That is what is happening now. They are destroying themselves literally. What is a war? Why should a war be fought? So long the war was not necessary. From 1945 onwards, we have not been having a war. So things were all okay.
So that could
all
be,
okay. Not really all were, not everything was okay, but things are fairly okay.
that could be the basis for the hanging in our system.
Yeah. So this is where we cannot accept everything as it is, but generally we try to. That is the general rule. Then there are exceptions everywhere. Then if there is a rule, then there is an apavada also, but there is an exception to that rule also. So we have to see where the rules are. That is why we have been given this purushartha, free will, for you to figure out what your dharma will be. Your dharma in a certain situation, you alone can interpret. That's why you have to be enlightened. You have to be enlightened with.
Ask us for that. Otherwise, it's difficult.
Yeah, you have to interpret your own dharma and understand. All the dharma, whatever dharma we do, even saying the truth also is relative. Every dharma is relative. We have to change according to the situation. The situation says, satyam bruyat and priyam bruyat. If it will be lovable, if it is acceptable to that person, if it is liking, if he likes it, then you tell him the truth. If he doesn't like it, you don't tell him the truth. Suppose this man is fighting a terminal illness and he's going to die in a few days' time. You can't tell him that. You only have a few days left. You can't tell him that. You can't tell him the truth. So Satyam Bruyat Yadi Chet Priyam. And then Satyam Priyam Bruyat and then Yadi and then
Anudvegakaram. Hitam.
Anudvegakaram.
Apriyam na
And,
bhura.
not only that,
Hitam.
you tell him the truth, tell him it is, and if it is not good,
Hitam
if
Brother.
it is not going to be beneficial to him, don't tell the truth at all. So telling the truth also is relative. Every value is relative. That's what the Lord tells about when he talks about the values. Every value is relative. No
That
value
makes
is
Thank
only Atma,
you, Swamiji.
only
Thank
Atma
you.
is absolute. Only Brahma is absolute. No relative is absolute. I mean, no value is absolute.
I was reacting emotionally when I was writing down all these points. But yeah, okay, there are exceptions. I can at least think that way. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to see
Swamiji,
that. That's also
whoever-
cognitive. Yeah, tell me, Ma.
whoever is thinking in a certain way, they feel they are right. So what we are doing is we are hitting people who don't think like us. So for us, we have the Upanishads and the scriptures. They have their own scriptures telling them something different.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Where the scripture, what is the source for that scripture? If that scripture source, if that scripture source is going to be only a human mati, that is, if it is going to be a thing which is coming out from his own intellect, from his own speculation, it need not be true. That is why we accept a apaurushaya pramanam. Veda is considered to be apaurushayam, not born out of a human intellect. It is there born out of realities. You say reality means the entire reality, which includes the order of all orders. The form that has all the forms in it, Vishwarupa, Ishvara Swarupa. That is actually the knowledge, and based on that body of knowledge is coming. I mean, based on the Vedas are nothing but telling about that. So therefore, Veda is the most valid means of knowledge. It is not born out of any human intellect. So we give first preference to Veda. We give first preference to Shruti. Shruti is the first Pramana. Shastra is the Pramana. So in fact, in the Gita also, in the 17th chapter, the Lord says that Tasmat Shastram Pramanante, he says, telling about all the things. Then after later he says that will be, therefore, Shastra is the only Pramana for you to decide what is Karyam and what is Akaryam. What should be done, what should be not done. For that, Shastra is the Pramana. It tells that. And then so in keeping with that, you have to base your interpretations. In keeping with that, you have to base your actions. So what is dharma for you may not be dharma for me. What is my dharma may not be dharma for somebody else. So like that also it can happen. Different types of dharma for different people. They're killing.
So this acceptance that we are facing with, where I am valid and therefore you should be valid too. But that doesn't exist. It's just what I think and I will impose it on you.
Amma, he has got his own orientation. Everybody has his or her own orientation. So based on that only he is going to act. We can, suppose if he is amenable, suppose if he is flexible, then we can try to change his thinking. This is what you look at it, but this is not so. This is what it is. You can try to make him think objectively. That's all knowledge can do. But everywhere, you cannot use knowledge everywhere. You cannot make everybody, you can't manipulate everyone like this. What they do is they manipulate us by their thinking. This is what this Quran says, or Bible says, or this says, or that says, and all that. Okay, we do not know from where. There is no basis for it. There is no that is not an apaurushaya pramana. Really, if you go to see, I'll tell you why. Because this dharmas, they came later on. Before that, also thousands of years, people were living based on Sanatana Dharma values. People were living. They all were prosperous. They all were successful in lives. They were all very good teachers. They all did a lot of good work. It is not that they were not prosperous. It is not that they were not successful. Everybody was successful. That means what? That means the dharma which was prevalent at that time was a basis for you to be successful in life. What do you need in life anyway? We need success. I need to be useful. I need to be satisfied at the end of the day that while I was living here, I did something, I contribute something good. That's all you need. You don't need to know anything more than that. If that you have done your job. Your life is useful. Your whole life is an upasana for the Lord. The Lord says, you give me anything, I'll take. Pashpam, patram, pushpam, phulam, to me, anything you do. Suppose if you do your whole life like this, you are a greatest karma yogi. And you have the...
Sir?
Oh.
could it be like whenever the injustice, whenever the immoral things happening in the world, always God came, and then his wishes throughout the history of mankind, always there were some differences, some fights, always the justice and the truth prevails. Whatever it's happening in the world could be Paramatma's Leela, and then accept as it is,
Yeah, there is an
and then
order.
go from
Also is the part of an order. The disorder that is presently taking place in Hamas and Israel, that's also a part of the order. We can take it like that. There's Ishvara's will is permitting that. In fact, Ishvara tells, the Lord tells in the 13th chapter, he says, I am the Upadrashta and Anumanta. Anumanta means what? Anumanta means I am the one who permits all these things to happen. I am the permitter. Because unless I permit, there are other people whose karma will never get exhausted. So this is all the part of the whole game. You do what you can according to the best. You do according to the best whatever you can. Don't worry about everything else. That's what the Lord tells. Everything is in control. He is handling everything properly. That's why we say Ishvara Ichha. That's why we people are more free than others. ठीक है, ईश्वर की इच्छा है जो होने दो. Like that we say. Let may Ishvara decide all these things. We don't have to. We don't take anything in our hands. That's if our understanding is like that, then it's okay. Then we are a little bit more free. We don't allow all these constraints to inhibit us. We don't allow all these constraints to inhibit us. We take things as they are, as far as possible. At home also, what we can do, somebody is misbehaving or something, you accept him for to a certain. Then later on, when it comes, you chastise him or you punish him. Do something. You take some evasive action. Evasive action will be only the last step. Till that time, we allow that thing to happen. Okay, ठीक है, करो ऐसा. So that we have to decide that. That's why Vedanta, study Vedanta. It helps us to interpret what our dharma will be in a situation.
Guruji, if how much we have to learn, how much we I'm just talking about myself. How much I need to learn, when I will find out, okay, I know this, now I need to do this. That thing is still not clear to me. I'm trying to analyze what I need to do, what I need to learn. When do I will find out, that thing is enlightenment is going to happen? How would I know?
We have to pray for that, because we have to pray for that and let the Lord lead you to the right type of guide, right type of teacher. The right type, everybody is not a right teacher, okay? Every teacher also can have problem. We don't know. So we have to pray to the Lord that please lead me to the right kind of teacher who will give me the right mindset to appreciate what has to be appreciated, what has to be done as it is. Some I have to interpret my dharma. Please lead me to the right teacher who will guide me. That's why
I have the right teacher. I do have the right teacher.
Hey, you don't have a right. You can pray for that. You can pray for the right
No, I
teacher.
do. Jaikumar is the right teacher. And Jaikumar is our right teacher. But I'm thinking how much I need to know, when do I need to, something is not coming to me, so I'm trying.
I'll give you one prayer. The prayer will be that may my vyavahara bring out the best in me. And so may my vyavahara be led by somebody, whoever is it, to send me to the right person. Send me to the right person who will say the right things to me. He will say the right things to me because you are guiding him. Please guide him. Lead me to the right surgeon who will do my operation properly, who will do my surgery properly. Send me to the right person. Send me to the right doctor. Everywhere you can pray. This works for me. It has worked in many cases. Send me to the right, because I don't know anything. I don't know who in what way, who is going to function or what. We don't know. But the doctors have their own reputation here in Calcutta and elsewhere also. Every doctors lead me to the right person. This we cannot make and that right person choice also I'll make according to my own karma only. My karma will be seen, my past karma will be seen, and according to that I'll be sent to the right doctor. And suppose if some wrong karma has to take place, then I might not meet that person at all. And something else might happen. This is what I'm saying. The whole order, the whole order called Ishvara is controlling my system. If you know this very clearly, then just put your feet up on the table and relax. Relax in the order. Put your feet on the table, relax in the order. Put all your misgivings, your frustrations, your guilt, and your complexes, and put everything in one box. Put everything in a box. Call it BBC, Bhagavad briefcase. Put everything in that Bhagavad briefcase. So lock it down and don't open it. Just till I have put everything to you and you relax. That's all. For that, you have clarity also for that. You need clarity also.
Swamiji, another thing, more and more we get read or listen, Nididhyasa, more and more I do. I feel that less and less I know. How do you overcome this?
we can't know everything. We can't know everything. The more you know, you'll certainly discover the how less you know. It is always like that. So with reference to this, now that is why we appeal to the infinite intelligence, which is Ishvara. So we appeal to your infinite intelligence. May the right course of action be revealed to me. That's a prayer. If this prayer is done like this, yeah, you'll be free. And in spite of that, after that you have made a wrong decision, don't think it is wrong. It is again impelled by that will only. That decision was to happen like that, in order to make you exhaust your karma or exhaust my karma or whatever it is. It was told, it was told to you, inflict this injury on that Swami. Okay, fine. That is coming to the Swami. What can we do? It is all permitted by the order. But that is not fatalism. It is actually we do the prayer and after that we leave it to Ishvara. Because nothing is, we cannot control anything. We can't control, even in a cricket match also, the toss, who wins the toss, it is not in our control. Nothing is in our control. The decisions we make, if we make it correct, and if we make the right decision, it's fine. If we don't make, that again is in order. A disorder also is the part of the order. So we have to learn to take everything in the stride. We have to tell the prayer, everyday prayer also. I don't expect everything. You can't say like that. You just say this, let me take everything in my stride. And may I be a samartha, may I be a capable person. Wherever I am, may I be capable. Lead all my actions in such a way may I take the right decisions. Are you Tamil speaking?
Kannada and Telugu.
Kannada and
Okay.
Telugu.
In Tamil we have a phrase, we tell the children, we tell the children, be good. Be good means what? Be good means capable. Samarth means Samarth. Jaikumar. We have to understand, we have to interpret this like this. Samarth, they say in Samarth means capable. May I be Daksha. May I be capable in every situation. So make me capable in every situation. I don't know how to do. May you induce me to take the right decisions, take the right course of action. The one sentence is enough. May I be Samarth. May I be Samarth in all the situations. Samartho bhuyasam. May I do this prayer. If you want to say in Sanskrit, or you can pray in your own language also. Bhagavan knows all the languages. Every language is in knowledge, total language. All knowledge is in consciousness. So every language is his language. You can pray in Urdu also.
Swamiji, it is very, very enlightening to interact with you.
Sorry?
We're enlightening to interact with you. And then also we are very fortunate to have you in our class. Please do come and more often. We'll be very happy to see you.
Yes. It all depends on our teacher. Jaikumar ji, he calls me, I'll come. I've told him yesterday also. This is my declaration. I'm available for all of you. I like this whole group. Very nice. It is very attentive, very receptive, beautiful group you have. Special compliments to you, Jaikumar ji. I'm sure you have introduced them. You have induced them to think like this. Excellent group you have. I congratulate you for that. And I'm very happy that you are making these people, you are giving them proper guidance. Very good. Excellent.
Swamiji, we were very wild. He groomed us.
Swamiji, the students are the one who reminded me that we need Swamiji to come back. So they get the credit, Swamiji, not me.
No, that's okay. Fine. That's also good. But first time you only brought me to them. I never knew anyone. You brought me to them. My job is to talk. My job is to share whatever little I know. When I originally start my thing, I think I know very little only. But later on, I see how the ideas keep gushing out. And straight away, I discover that I'm not the one who's talking. Somebody else is talking. I'm not talking. Very often. I learned at my own feet, that is also the glory of the teaching. The glory of the teaching is when the teachers speak through me, I learn at my own feet. That's another beautiful thing of this. It's wonderful to be like this. And that helps you to remain grounded all the time. All of us need to be grounded. Whatever our achievements are, everything is given. Everything is given to the giver, and we thank the giver for it. There's only one giver. All of us are takers. सब लोग लेने वाले हैं. वो दाता एक राम, भिखारी सारी दुनिया. तो दाता एक ही है. He is the giver. लेने वाले करोड़, देने वाला एक राम. Like that also there is a song. These are all songs, all these songs I used to hear when I was a child in school and later on as a boy and all that. That time these songs didn't make any impact. Now they make a tremendous impact in me. Every song that I see something to pick up there, something to learn. Then I discover the background of that person also, and the background of the person who wrote that song. Oh, that's also very amazing. But there is this Shailendra, Shailendra. He was having no money in his hand. He was a very poor fellow, and he was not even well clad, not properly dressed. Also he was, and he was just going somewhere aimlessly, drifting in life. Suddenly he saw a temple, and that temple he went inside. He went inside in a temple, and he wrote a few lines. There's nothing he wrote. He only said that I am in your refuge. That's all he said. Other sentences in that song were describing only the Lord. And he wrote that and that song is there in his diary. Okay. This he had wrote how many years back, we do not know. But when he was assigned to write songs for a particular movie, this song was discovered in his book. Somebody else saw that. He said, we had to make a tune for this song. So they gave a tune they gave the song to S.N. Tripathi. S.N. Tripathi made that tune. That tune was revealed to him. It is not a movie tune. It later on was put in the movie. Hey Nataraj, he says, hey Nataraj, something like that he says, and then I have to remember the song. It's beautiful, it is. And they say, I have got nothing. He describes the Lord. You got Mundamal, you have got this, you have that, and all that. He says, Main teri sharan hu, but that's all. That's the only thing is written in that song. I'm in your sharan, I'm in your refuge. Whatever you want to make of me, you make of me. That song was introduced in the film where there's a dumb boy who becomes a singer. He cannot talk anything, but suddenly he starts singing. And now the whole town, the village, everybody from the village, they come running from east and west and north and south and all, they come running to see this miracle. And this miracle has become a big singer. That's how the basis of the story is that. For that, they took this particular song. It is very apt. It is very beautiful.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Swamiji. Shailendra.
Yeah, my time is up. Now you need one bhajan?
Definitely, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You have any particular thing? If I remember the song, then I'll sing. Otherwise, I will sing anything which comes into my mind.
What comes in your mind, Swamiji?
All of you have had Swamiji's song. All of you have heard, isn't it? Bho Shambho. Everybody has heard. Right?
Yes,
Everybody has
Swamiji.
heard.
Yes.
That's
Now,
very nice song.
I will give you that song in the original tune.
Okay.
In the tune that is popular now, sung by this great singer, Maharajapuram
Maharaja
Santan.
Santanapuram.
Yeah, he tuned it in Revati. But the original song is not in Revati. Original song is in Kannada. Okay, I'll sing that song for you just to. I like this thing in the original tune. There are many songs of Swamiji which these people tuned later on and changed the tunes. But I like the old tunes only. I like the new tunes also, because I like to see objectively. That man, when he made this tune, what happens is, when he made this tune, he made it popular. So he made my Swami's song popular. Now I look at it differently. First, I was a little bit angry with that person. Why did he change the tune? But now what happened, because of his stature in music, in the world of music, he has a stature. And that stature, what happened is, he sang those songs and Swamiji's songs became popular. Now everybody knows about Swamiji's song. In one program, there was a wedding where I attended, and in that end of the program, it's a wedding, in that wedding, the Nadaswaram Wala, he sang this, he played this song, Bo Shambho. Then I went closer to him. I liked, and he played it beautifully also. Then I asked him, do you know who composed this song? Do you know what song is this? So he says, yeah, I know, it is Bo Shambho. That who wrote this song? So that I don't know. Why do you sing this song? Oh, it's a beautiful song. So it is in praise of Lord Shiva. He said that. I said, if it is in praise of Lord Shiva, then it's very good. But did you know how it came? So he said Maharajapuram has sung it. It has become popular everywhere. Every day it comes in the TV. Every day it comes in radio. Everywhere it keeps coming. So we like this song, so we sang this song. So I said, then after that, I told him that this is a song by my Gurunathar, my Swami. Okay. Then I told Swamiji's name, and then I told him these are the words. Do you have the words of the song? I asked him. So he said, no, I don't have the words. Then I gave him the words of the song also. That song. So that song is Bho Shambho, he in Revati, but I like it in Kannada. I like it in Revati also. Okay. Navaratri, first song. Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Gangadhara Shankara Karunakara Gangadhara Shankara Karunakara Gangadhara Shankara Karunakara Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Mamava Bhavasagar Taraka Mamava Bhavasagar Taraka Mamava Bhavasagar Taraka Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Nirguna Parabrahma Swarupa Nirguna Parabrahma Swarupa Gama Gama Bhuta Prapancharakita Gama Gama Bhuta Prapancharakita Nirguna Parabrahma Swarupa 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 Gama Gama Bhuta Prapancharakita Gama Gama Bhuta Prapancharakita Nijaguha Nihita Nitantanata Nijaguha Nihita Nitantanata Ananda Nishaya Akshaya Linga Ananda Nishaya Akshaya Linga Ananda Nishaya Akshaya Linga Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Dimita dimita dimi dimikita kita tom 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 dimikita tarikita kita tom dimita dimita dimi tarikita kita tom 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 dimikita tarikita kita tom matanga munivara vandita isha sarva digambara veshtita vesha matanga munivara vandita isha sarva digambara veshtita vesha nitya niranjana nritya natesha nitya niranjana nritya natesha Isha Sarvesha Sabesha Nitya Niranjana Nritya Natesha Nitya Niranjana Nritya Natesha Isha Sarvesha Sabesha Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Bho Shambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho Shiva Shambho Swayambho.
It's
Thank
wonderful
you,
singing.
Swamiji. You
It's
brought
very, very
Pujya
nice.
Swamiji's voice.
Thank you.
I am reminded of. Thank you, Swamiji.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Swamiji, after hearing Mo Shambho so many times in Revati, it is actually must be, I am guessing, so hard to sing in another ragam. I'm just guessing. Is it not, Swamiji? Is that true, Swamiji?
Yeah, it is okay. It is true. But Revati also is good. It's a beautiful raga. First, initially I didn't like that. But later on, the more I heard it, I started liking it. Even this Meenakshi song, Madhura Madhura Meenakshi, is tuned it in Bhageshwari. So that tune is excellent tune, really. Excellent tune. And the original also is excellent. Original was in Vasanta.
Oh,
that one, how he is a Madhura Madhura Meenakshi Madhura Puri Nilaye Amba Madhura Madhura Meenakshi. Then he changed it to Madhura Madhura Meenakshi Madhura Puri Nilaye Amba Amba Jagadamba. See, beautiful it is. That tune also is beautiful.
so that raga he changed, Swamiji? Swamiji
Santanam changed that raga. That Maharajpuram, he changed the raga. And Swamiji allowed it. So Swamiji allowed, and I was very angry with Swamiji. I asked him also, why did you allow him to change? Who is he to change your raga, original song? So Swamiji said, no, let it be so. He'll make these songs popular. He'll make me famous. That Swamiji, you don't need to be made famous. Everybody knows you. Then that also Swamiji said, no, that's okay. I know I'm known in some circle, all right. But may people if you want people to get benefit of these songs, beautiful songs, then it has to come out. Somebody has to make it popular. Now every song of his is popular.
Yeah.
Every song. So, it is like Dikshitar Kriti, Dikshitar and so many Purandara Dasa, so many people have written songs. Tukaram and everybody, all of them devotional songs, they have all written. Everybody has got, Tukaram songs are all wonderful songs. All the Marathi songs are all beautiful songs there. Full of meaning, lot of Advaita Vedanta is there in that, in many of those songs. So they are all very good songs. Like that, Swamiji's song also is, Swamiji's songs actually, they steal the biscuit. Straight away they are on top. It displays everything and go on top. This is a fantastic, because of the Vedantic vision that you and I have. So I look at it that way. The meaning of the song, actually makes it top.
Nirguna Sarupam.
Tejare Bhavabhay Tapam. So that's what we talked about just now. What is that? We have to leave this Tejare Bhavabhay Tapam. We have to leave all this Bhavabhay Tapam. And then Bhajare, what is that? Bhajare.
Bhajare Manasu Bhava.
Bhajare. What is that? Tejare Bhavabhayatapam Bhajare Guru Bhajare
Manasu Bhavama.
Manasa Svajam, like that it comes. And there it says very clearly, Apiche dasi papa krittamaha. You are the suppose even if you are a super sinner, then also don't worry. You have the chance to cross over by knowing the Karta Atma. Even if you are a super sinner. Apiche dasi tvam papa krittamaha sarvam vrijinam santarishyasi tvam. All this kachra, all this jhamela, you will cross over and go to samsar ke par us par chale jaoge. Then he says idam shariram.
Shariram kshetram
idam shariram kshetram iti jani hai na. What is that? Idam
idam
shariram
kshetram vidhi idam shariram
kshetram hi vidhi, and kshetram yo veti sarveshu kshetreshu. The kshetrajna who is there in all the kshetras, that fellow, may you know me. How you know me? So he said samahito bhuta, by becoming a person who thinks and does and speaks alike, like who has got alignment with thought, speech and action. That's such a person, such a clean antakarna. With that clean antakarna, you will know this thing. So Tejare Bhavabhayata. What a wonderful song. Beautiful. He put all these tunes himself. Swamiji only put these tunes himself. So suppose if he had been a musician, I don't know, he would have done different things in the world. Fortunately, we were all lucky that he was not a musician. Otherwise, we would not have got Vedanta. We would not have gone Vedanta. We would not have not got this thing at all. It's good that he didn't go to that world. Then his own song, that Mahalinga Vimbo. I asked him, how this song came into your mind? He says, no, when they were pulling the chariot at, what is that called? Tiruvadaimarudur. Their chariot, he made, he sanctioned chariots for all the temple. He found a separate trust for all the chariots to be getting the money and etc. And those chariots were made, and he went for the inauguration. And the chariots were all pulled by all these people, like this Ratha Yatra happening in Jagannath, like that. So everybody pulling the chariot. And they were all, and the chariot was so heavy that everybody is shouting, Mahalinga, 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 Mahalinga. They were shouting like that. And Swamiji got inspiration there. He was going in the car, he was coming back to the ashram. He got that Mahalinga Vibho. This is the glory of Mahalinga. And then he got later on all the words. It's just it's a masterpiece of a song. Tuned in Shivaranjani. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, I think we are exceeding that time. Everybody, dinner time for all of you.
Swamiji, give us a taste of that, please. Mahalinga Vibho. Could you please give us a taste of that Mahalinga Vibho, please?
I will sing that Mahalinga Vibho and send it to Jaykumarji. He'll direct it to you. I will sing it only in my voice. Okay, I can't sing Swamiji's voice. I'll sing it in this one. But it's a beautiful tune to know. It's a beautiful tune to. It's a Shivaranjani. It is Shivaranjani means it makes Lord Shiva revel. Shivaranjani.
Yeah.
It'll be beautiful. It is beautiful, Swamiji.
Yeah. Then after
when you
that,
sing,
it's beautiful. Really, it is beautiful. Then Swamiji asked me to, and this tune also came to me. When we do the Ashtotra, 108 names, for that Ashtotra also that tune came to me in Shivaranjani only.
Which was Swamiji? Dakshinamurti, Omkara Simha Sarvendraya Namaha.
The other one, that Shivaya Namaha, Maheshwaraya Namaha.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Om Maheshwaraya Namaha, Om Shambhave Namaha, Om Pinakine Namaha, Om Shashishekharaya Namaha, Om Vamadevaya Namaha, Om Virupakshaya Namaha, Om Kapardine Namaha, Om Nilalohitaya Namaha, Om Shankaraya Namaha, Om Shulapanaye Namaha, Om Khatwangine Namaha. There are 108 names, and there is a cycle of 12 names. The 12 names I took in this tune. Same next 12 names also have the same tune. Like that, 9 times as we sing it, it becomes 108. This is how we tune for Dakshinamurti's Aarti also, evening Aarti, Satgurave Namaha, that also. So Swamiji,
Swamiji, who set the tune for Omkara Simha Sarvendraya, Swamiji?
That is one person named, his name is Nijaswarupananda. He lives in Palghat. His name is Radha Krishnan. A very good person. A lean, tall person. And he was very, very, very soft spoken, man of very few words. He'll hardly talk much. But you
Okay.
should go and he was the one who put the tune. Swamiji liked it very much. So he told everybody to sing in that tune. Then, then I discovered that it's a beautiful tune. A wonderful tune it is. Oh, that is only 4 names.
Yeah.
One particular cycle is only 4 names. So you have to repeat it 27 times. Then it becomes 127 times.
Those are all long names, Swamiji. So 4 is good, Swamiji.
Long names, beautiful names it is. Om Omkar Simha Satvendra Namah. Om Omkarodhyana Kokilaya Namah. Om Omkara Nida Chukaraje Namah. Omkararanya Kunjaraya Namah. Om Nagaraja Suta Janaye Namah. Om Nagaraja Nijalaya Navamanikya Paladhyaya Namah. Om Navachandra Shikhamanaye Namah. 4 names, 1 cycle, 4 names. Wonderful. So that musical thing, music actually brought me to Vedanta. If I didn't have this music in me, I would never have come. I'm not a musician. I only like to sing, that's all. And that brought me to Vedanta. That brought me to the ashram. When I went to the ashram first, I saw a lot of his students. They were all singing very nicely. Somebody was playing dholak, somebody was playing khol. I was very impressed with that. Then every day I started going. Then after that, I got introduced to Vedanta subject matter. Otherwise, I would not, but for this music, I would never have come to that line. I would never have become a sannyasi or a teacher. Would never have become like this.
Swami,
Anyway.
you sang so well, and you're telling the meanings. They're more beautiful than the singing. Maybe one time you can just tell us the meaning and the song, and like sometime if you get.
I had a number of classes for Malaysian people, Malaysia and Mauritius. About some 50 people were there. They used to come every Wednesday for an online class, and there I stood unfold Swamiji's songs, meaning of all those songs, and give them the tune also. That also I had done.
So maybe we should do, I don't know, we should do, I shouldn't say, but since our students are all, they've been studying for a while now, maybe they'll be much better prepared to appreciate the meaning of the songs. And I wonder.
Meaning, it's like Upanishad only. Swamiji's songs are like nothing but Upanishad only. All material for contemplation. Material for bhakti also. Hey Govinda, Hey Gopala, Uddara Mamati Dinam is a beautiful song. It is tuned in Hindolam, Maltones.
Hindolam, yeah.
And when it stays close to your heart. So if you can tell us the songs with the meanings, we will keep it with us.
It keeps on playing in my mind every day. Not only this, so many other songs are also there. Keep on Surdas bhajans and Meera bhajans and Kabir bhajans, Brahmananda bhajans. I've got a lot of bhajans in my head. Hindi as well. And when I sing Hindi, you cannot make out that I'm a Tamil singer, Tamil wala. I'm not a Carnatic musician. And neither I know this music, nor that I know that music. I don't know any of these things. I just picked up music. That's all. I discovered that it is there in me. That's all. And that is what brought me to Vedanta. I'm more than satisfied. I don't have any agenda that I should project myself as a singer and all that. I'm not a singer. I'm only a bathroom singer. If you want to listen to me, you should go to my bathroom.
Music has that appeal. It stays with you, and it will be there. Like you said, it will reverberate in the mind when it is in the musical form. And if you know the meaning, it's much more enhancing.
It does. It does. It is very true. What you're saying is very true.
So if you can do that, I appreciate that.
That's why now
next time.
Namaskaram. When people musicians and all that, when they recognize the Lord, when they had Ishvara darshan like this, now I can see how they could see that. Because there is a lot of meaning in a lot of depth in music and songs and all that. So it's a beautiful thing it's a boon actually. Music is a big boon if you have it.
That's what my Guruji says. Music is like that. Even if you sing a sad song, if you tell something sad things to people, they will not listen. But if you sing a sad song in music, you will be listening to it. It elevates every emotion and elevates everything. And it lasts with you. So that power it has.
Yeah, it has. Music embellishes your eloquence.
Somebody said music, the word music is an anagram. Minute understanding of sound in creation.
How so?
Swamiji,
understanding of
Swamiji,
sound.
One request. Next time when you do the classes like what you said about Mauritius and other guys, please let us know. We will be allowed to join. Most of our group here is they're allowed to have the nice music and we can understand the meaning of the songs. We really, from the bottom of our heart, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you
Like
let
that
us
song,
join your class.
Bhavaya Paramatmanam is a song for contemplation. Wonderful.
Yeah. So maybe another Vedanta through music or something like that, Swamiji. And
Through
with
Swamiji's songs. Only Swamiji's songs.
Swamiji's song. Yes, of course. Then there is enough of it. So we have a lot. We have a lot.
There's a lot.
We have a
In
lot.
fact, I took about 15, 16 classes for them. 15,
Okay.
16 classes I took for them. Each time only one song. Each week only one song. Because unfoldment has to be done. So unfoldment, I wanted unfoldment. I did that for them.
Yeah, I attended some sessions from that. I remember that some 3-4 years ago, Swamiji. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Swamiji. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you for patiently listening to me. I've taken such a lot of time from you all. You gave a little time, 1.5 hours you gave me. I took more than 2 hours nearly, I think.
Thank you,
Our
Swamiji, for this
Yeah,
blessing.
Swamiji.
We are
Swamiji. Very nice.
In Marathi, there is a saying that this fellow takes a little, you give him a little bit place, he takes the whole thing from you. Bhatala dili usri आणि bhat हात पाय like that I did today. Sorry.
But we are very pleased by that, Swamiji. You are attracted us to, there is Shobana and Ashobana. So this is all Shobanas for us, Swamiji.
Correct. Very true. So in Tamil they say that, madatta kurta, edatta kurta, madatta padingina. Like that in Tamil they say. Same saying. That all I analyze, when I analyze these phrases and idioms and there some idioms and phrases, proverbs and all that, and I see identity, I see oneness. That also I keep analyzing in the mind. Oh, how beautiful it is. So I can see, all the beauties of all the lyricists and musicians who came out with their work. I can see that they are not inferior at all. Everybody is good in his own way. They have all brought up beautiful works.
Prayers,
that person, he said, अच्छा है अब तक तेरा कोई नाम नहीं है. छोटे बच्चे को देखकर बताया उसने, अच्छा है अब तक तेरा कोई नाम नहीं है, तुझको किसी मजहब से कोई काम नहीं है. मजहब से, no religion has got no demand on you right now. तुझको किसी मजहब से कोई काम नहीं है. जिस इंसान को तकसीम किया है, उस मजहब का तुझ पर कोई इल्जाम नहीं है. That religion is not going to blame you now if you don't pray, or if you don't do any prayer, or if you don't do anything. It's not going to accuse you of anything. You are born. Objectively, you are born in Ishvara's order. You are neither a Muslim nor a Hindu. In fact, that is the title song. In that song, this comes. In the middle, this comes. Tu Hindu banega, na Musalman banega. It's a fantastic song. It has got a very rich lyrics, very rich lyrics it has got. You just hear that and it just made me emotional. Very true it is. How true it is. The child doesn't have a religion.
Insan banega. It says to Hindu banega.
But that song, these lines come. These lines are the most impressive lines of the song. This is the climax of the song. अच्छा है अब तक तेरा कोई नाम नहीं है, तुझको किसी मजहब से कोई काम नहीं है, जिस इल्म ने तकसीम किया है इंसान को, उस इल्म का तुझ पर कोई इल्जाम नहीं है. What a wonderful thing, wonderful lyrics. It is written by Sahir Ludhianvi, and he has written many good songs. Shailendra, they have all written many good, phenomenal people. They are all. All these songs, how they came to me, they came to them. It is all revealed by infinite intelligence. It is revealed. Everything is revealed knowledge. All knowledge is revealed knowledge. Not only the Upanishads. Everything is revealed knowledge. The invention of the electric bulb, that is also revealed knowledge. Apples were falling even before Newton, but it was revealed into his mind. So there is an order, that order always works lifeward, forward, and makes us progress. So we have to make a note of that, and we have to recognize that order as Ishvara. It is always there, vibrant everywhere. It is all around you. There is no way you can miss it if you can see it this way. There is no way you can miss it. Ishvara is all the time there, around you, in you, outside you, everywhere. In fact, you are in Ishvara. Okay, okay, all of you. Can we chant the Swasti prayer?
Yeah, definitely, Swamiji.
Okay, okay.
Swami, please.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सत्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Okay, thank you all.
Thank you very much, Swami.
धन्यवादः स्वामीजी.
Thank you.
धन्यवादः.
Great Navaratri.
धन्यवादः स्वामी. धन्यवादः.
Om.
Thank you for starting
Thank
the
you, Swamiji.
Thank you. Om. Dhanyavad.
Thank you.
धन्यवादः.
Om.
Thanks to all of you for joining. Thank you for making Navaratri